everybody, y'all. Stick around because I got an incredible story to tell you. So stick around to the very end. It's going to be great. You're not going to want to miss this. My mom lives about 3 hours away from me. And me and my sister had been out doing some stuff. My mom had took her little dogs to the vet because one of them, he had some dental work done. So they had to put him under and pull a tooth, and she had went and got him and brought him back. And one that had the tooth problem, he was just laying on the floor. And my mom she's kind of always one of these busy, tidying up, always moving around, doing stuff. And my mom's almost totally deaf. She has very little hearing left. And she has these two little dogs. They are great for her. They alert her when somebody's at the door, or if something's going on. It makes her feel safer to have them because she's a widow and lives by herself. And she just loves and adores these little dogs. My sister calls me and says, come here. And she says, look at Newt. I think he's dead. I said, oh my God. And so we go over, and my mom's turned around, like I said, messing with the curtains and piddling around with stuff, not paying any attention. Of course, she can't hear what we're saying. And I look down and get to looking, and this dog is just, and he's still breathing, but just barely. I'm like, oh my gosh, no. This would just kill my poor mama. She needs both her little dogs because she can barely hear. And so I reached down and I scooped him up, and I was like, oh no, please. It was obvious that he was about to go. I said, we gotta tell her. Before he breathes his last breath, we have to tell her so that she has a chance to tell him goodbye. My sister said, okay. So she went and got her attention, said, Mama, there's something wrong with Newt. We got her over there and we said, Mama, I think Newt's passing on. He's barely breathing, and she didn't panic. My mom just took him in her arms, and she went and got, it's kind of sad. She went and laid back and reclined on her bed and was holding him. He's just a little fella. And it was clear he was just laying there. He wasn't moving at all. His chest was just barely rising. He wasn't even blinking his eyes. Like maybe every minute, one slow little blink. And you could barely even tell he was breathing. We're all so sad, and we're just sitting there while my mama's petting him, and he's just about to breathe his last. And all of a sudden, I promise you, this is how you know when God's speaking to you. When you're totally thinking of something else, and bam, in your mind you hear somebody say something, and you know you didn't think it. It never even entered my mind to pray for this dog. Not that I don't think they're worthy or anything. It's just not something that I ever had really heard of or anything. And I very clearly and loudly in my mind hear, pray. And so got to be obedient to God. And I said, Mama, is it okay if I pray for Newt real quick? She said, yeah, please do. And so I gently put my hands on him, and I closed my eyes, and I was expecting, because you know what? That's when faith arises, when you're expecting God to do something. And I was definitely expecting, because I knew the Lord had spoke to me and told me to pray, and he wouldn't have told me that for no reason. So I was definitely expecting. I laid hands on this little dog, and I didn't do a fancy prayer, just, Lord, you see Newt here, you know. And I hadn't prayed more than a few words, and all of a sudden he starts to wiggle around. and I keep praying, and I'm almost to the amen, and he goes, "Woof." I kid you not. And I hurry up my amen, thank the Lord, and I'm looking, and he's not 100%, but he's starting to move around a little bit, and he's breathing, and he's blinking, and he had gave that little bitty half-hearted woof, you know, and my mom's like, oh my God, and my sister's like, oh my gosh, and my mom says, Sherry, you brought him back from the dead? I said, no, Sherry didn't do nothing. God did it. God did it because I was obedient. And he told me to pray for him, and God touched this dog. Okay, so he was still, we pampered him all night, we babied him, and he just kept getting better and better. And that next morning, that little dog was running around, jumping and carrying on like nothing had ever happened. And that is how God raised my mama's dog, almost from the dead. I mean, he was to the point of death, and God raised that dog back up, I promise you. He cares about all his creation, and he especially cares about a sweet little widow woman that can barely hear, that depends on these animals and loves them so much. He cares about that. He cares about you. He still cares about a little dog that was breathing its last breath that my mama loved and needed in her life. He cared, because it's just amazing to me how wonderful God is. He loves us so much. He cares about what we care about. I love you guys. Please do me a favor and like this video. Tell your friends about it if you want. Tell them to watch the video, share it, send it to them on Messenger or something, and spread the word. And I greatly appreciate that. And subscribe if you want to keep watching and watch me evolve and get better at this, because I got some great stories that would totally blow your mind, things that God has done in my life, and I just want to share them so bad. Because they're just amazing. If you have a prayer request, a sincere prayer request, please put it in the comments, because I do read them, I check them out. And I don't give lip service. If I say I'm going to pray for you, you better bet your bottom dollar I'm going to pray for you. I will pray for you, and I know God is listening. All right, I love you guys. I very much hope you enjoyed this video, because I love it. It's just one of my favorite stories in the whole wide world. God bless y'all.